Morning Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez from the Ritchie Law Firm Studio.
Ritchie Law Firm Injury Lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
News Talk 640 WFNC.
Good morning, Carolina. Live from the Cumulus Broadcast Center in Fayetteville. This is News Talk 640 WFNC and 103.5 HD2. I want to welcome you to Good Morning Fayetteville. This is Thursday, January 15th. I'm Gilbert Baez. Kenny Hitman McClain making it all happen in Studio 2. Rachel Dunsey with CBS 17 says it'll be sunny and cooler today. High temperature about 42. 39 across the board. Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also in Maxton. Your headline news of this hour, Verizon says it has restored service after an outage left thousands across the country without cell service for hours. A family of 3 is searching for a place to stay after a fire gutted their mobile home. The death of 28-year-old Tavon Adams on July 7th of this year is the WFNC Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week. Some parents expressed concerns about the U.S. Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon's visit to Jack Britt High School in Fayetteville. And Cumberland County Schools Nutrition Services is serving up new career opportunities. They have a hiring event that begins today. We'll have those stories and more coming your way, but first, local news from CBS 17.
Good morning. From the CBS 17 newsroom, I'm Bill Young. 70 people have died for the flu in our state in the past 2 weeks, 2 of them children. It brings the total this season to 134. Health officials say hospitalizations from the flu decreased, but overall activity remains very high. There is a meeting tonight in Cumberland County where parents can share their thoughts about the future of the school district all the way through the 2031 school year. It's from 6 to 7 at 71st High School. There's another next Wednesday at E.E. Smith High School. Today, Governor Stein will give an update on what is called the NC Strong Initiative. It focuses on education in the state. He'll also talk about plans to keep North Carolina families healthy and safe. Hardy County Schools receiving $20,000 as part of a grant to expand home building and construction programs. It is one of just 10 districts statewide to receive the money. The General Assembly authorized the grants to prepare students for these in-demand careers. U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon making a stop at Jack Britt High School in Hope Mills. It's part of a national tour called History Rocks. It highlights how districts engage students in learning about national and state history. It comes as the nation is getting ready to celebrate its 250th birthday this year. Successful quarterbacks translates into stock food pantries at campuses statewide. This is part of Food Lion's Sack to Give Back program. The chain donated the equivalent of 1,000 meals for each QB sack this season, up to 30,000 per district. In total, it adds up to 865,000 meals. From the CBS 17 newsroom, I'm Bill Young.
Today is going to be a chilly one. Cold air will filter in through the day with afternoon temperatures only in the low 40s, but it will feel like the 30s. Overnight, it will be clear and cold with a low of 21, and Friday will be mostly sunny and chilly with a high of 48. Temperatures will try to warm back up Saturday, but another cold front arrives Sunday, which will bring back cold air, a chance for rain, and possibly even snow. We'll, of course, keep you updated as the forecast develops. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsey.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Right now, 39 degrees. That's the temperature in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also Rayford. You're listening to News Talk 640 or WFNC.
This report is sponsored by O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream.
That number on your dash says it's freezing, and your dry winter hands, they agree. O'Keefe's Working Hands, the hand cream in the green package, instantly relieves dry, cracked skin. Winter's tough, but your hands don't have to be. O'Keefe's Working Hands.
Good Morning Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC.
It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while and just smile.
Get back here.
Just taking some clean fresh air. No sense in staying inside. If the weather's fine and you got the time, it's your chance to wake up and plan another brand new day. Either way, it's a beautiful morning. Each bird keeps singing.
You know,
Just ain't no good if the sun
you're
shines.
grooving to that to the extent that's it. I'm not saying anything. You look like you're in your own zone over there.
Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful song. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning.
I don't know if I would say all that, especially if you own a Verizon phone.
Oh, don't get me started. You know the weirdest thing about that, Gilbert?
Yes, tell me about it.
This
Kenny?
happened to me yesterday afternoon. Now, I'll tell you when it happened. I was just getting out of my neurosurgeon's visit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
How did that go?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
Okay,
it.
well, let's go.
They saw some things they don't like. But
Okay.
anyway, so I'm coming out. I took an Uber. Now, I am driving.
Sure.
I just started this week, but I took an Uber, and so I'm waiting for an Uber to come back to get me, and I'm playing, and all of a sudden nothing's happening with my
Ooh.
Verizon. And so I don't know what's going on, but it's frozen. It's frozen. I'm waiting. I finally make it back to the radio station. The
Well,
funniest,
hold. Were you able to get the Uber?
yeah, and you know why? A satellite thing came up on the
Sure.
top. You know about that?
Yeah, SOS satellite.
Oh,
So you had satellite service.
yeah. I didn't know you knew about that. I didn't know
I
anybody.
I know a lot of things, but go
Well,
ahead.
it surprised me that a little satellite
it?
icon came
Yeah.
up at the top of my screen.
Yeah.
And then here's the kicker though. When I got back to the radio station, a lot of people were running around. I can't get service. I can't get service.
I mean, they
What's
were-
going on?
they were-
What's wrong with the
I wish I would've seen that.
Wi-Fi? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Everybody, because we're very dependent. Everybody is.
Sure.
But I want to point another thing out.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Because I'm riled up about this. Here's my news feed. This is my Apple news feed. I always trust my Apple news feed to a certain degree.
Yeah, you're up on camera by yourself, so you explain.
I just want to show you there is nothing in all of these hits that say anything about the Verizon outage. How is that possible? Somebody's covering it up. Somebody is covering this thing up.
Well, I don't know if it's a cover up, but this is not the first time that we've had outages with cell service. It depends on who you have and what you believe. But to me, what was funny was because I do what I do, I'm up late, and then I go home, I do a few things, then I go to bed.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that there was no service because I had put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Uh-huh.
And so I wasn't expecting any phone calls. I got up about 2 or 3, and I didn't really think about it much. I tried to call Doris, and I couldn't get her at work. I said, well, she's probably working, can't take a break, can't take a call. And then I tried to call my son, and then that didn't go through. Then I tried to call Mario Benavente because I didn't realize we were off Monday. And I was, he's a candidate for Cumberland County Commissioner, and I had him scheduled to come in Monday.
Whoops.
So I need to switch all that stuff because we're not going to be here.
Right.
And I couldn't get him. Then I realized I couldn't get anybody. That is a problem.
Yes,
And we don't realize how much of a problem it is until you can't get anybody.
correct.
Or if in your case you couldn't call an Uber, the outage. Well, let me just read this story right here.
Please do.
And give you some
Because
background of it.
I can't find anything about it on the news.
Well-
You being the journalist you are.
Well, it's out there.
Really?
Yeah, it's certain places. Here's the story that I've been able to
ahead.
dig up. Verizon says it has restored service after an outage Wednesday left more than 100,000 customers across the country without cell service for hours. Now, this started about noon, is what my understanding, about just before noon. Customers in the outage areas reported seeing their phones in SOS mode. Do you have that SOS on yours?
I didn't pay attention. I was too wound up.
Yeah, so it up in the corner it would say SOS.
Okay.
And that means that you don't have any cell service or your network is not available. It also means that you could use a voice call in order to call 911, but some text messages may not go through to 911. So that was part of the big deal. Now, some customers reported having issues navigating cities without cell service. You just take so much for granted
Yes.
that if you're visiting somewhere, let's say you go to Charlotte or to Wilmington or in Philadelphia, you got your cell. It doesn't matter. And you put in where you got to go. It takes you right there. Without any cell service, you are on your own with the old-fashioned fold-out maps. You remember those?
You can't find those anymore.
Okay, well, then you're just out of luck.
That's right. You're on your own, kid.
Right. So and people, I think the most disturbing thing for folks was the fact that they could not get in touch with loved ones.
Right.
And in this day and age, like I said, I couldn't call my wife. I guess she was okay at work. And of course, I thought she would be. No news is good news, I guess. But in any event, even if you have students at school, you can't don't know it's time to come pick them up for basketball practice or whatever. Anyway, it went on and on. This outage started around noon. Cell service to most impacted areas, we're told, was restored last night. Although I still can't call Doris, or at least we're not making connection. Now, here's the real interesting thing. About 11 o'clock last night, my son, Gilbert Jr., FaceTimed me.
At 11?
Well,
he knows you come on it.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're both, everybody's trying to get each other.
I see.
So he tried FaceTime, and there all of a sudden his face popped up, or we couldn't call each other.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. And then I called my cousin Biscuit up in New Jersey, and I was able to get her. And so it was sporadic outage in different areas. North Carolina's emergency management says their service was not impacted. So I guess if you need an ambulance or something, you couldn't call 911. In some cities, they said if you need a police officer, you need to go to the station. If you think about the consequences of not having these phones and how much we take them for granted, I think is the main part here. So the outage started around noon. Service to most impacted areas, we're told, was restored late last night, although, again, I still can't call Doris, or at least she's not. Maybe she's
using this as an excuse.
Hello?
I can't hear
Calling
you.
again. Okay. But anyway, I can't. Well, I'll try her in a little bit here. We'll see. I'll get her on the phone. I'm surprised we're putting her on the air. Now, Verizon says the customers still having issues. What they're telling people to do is turn your phone off and turn it back on to try to reconnect to the network. So you want to do that. Said the company's going to provide credits to the customers who were impacted by the outage. So far, Verizon has not said what caused this major outage. Now, there's a lot of speculations. Maybe some type of third-party software issue.
Really?
Yeah. Is it hardware? I don't know. I mean, my phone is working okay, and I'm able to call some folks, can text and everything like that. I'm not sure, was this some terrorist act? I mean, you think about it. If somebody could get into the phone system and just disrupt communications, you got a problem.
It could be just a little test that they were doing.
Well, and that's it. Now, you're talking to a former Signal Corps officer in the United States Army. Communications is everything. If you can't communicate, you can't fight. You can't defend yourself. You can't launch attacks. And so that's not necessarily a big deal for civilians, but it's the same type concept. If you can't talk with folks, then you can't get things done. And so everyone was at a standstill if you had Verizon. Now, one of the funniest ones that I saw, there's all types of explanations. There was this guy riding down the road, right? He said, I can't stand it. I don't know what happened. This thing was so terrible, I had to go get me an AT&T phone. And I know this happened in Texas. You know why? Because a friend of mine down there said she was riding along a Texas road, and all of a sudden, the satellite from Verizon exploded, and all the particles started falling on her car. You're going to be without power for phone service for 2 or 3 weeks. You might as well go get AT&T.
I missed that.
It was funny to me.
It's very funny. I want to hear it or see it.
If I get, I'll pull it up.
Look for it.
We'll post it. But the funny thing about it is, if you think about any debris from a satellite falling to Earth, it will probably burn up before it hits her car. But I don't know if that was just an ad for AT&T or who owns it. Verizon was bought by somebody.
I don't know.
T-Mobile or whatever it is. But in any event, I thought, it's not funny if you can't call. But the different takes on why the power is out is hilarious.
It was something, and to deal with it, and again, I kept on going to my news feed just trying to figure it out, and it was really frustrating.
Well, let me see if I can call Doris right now. Let's see. She don't mind. Let's see what I get.
The wife, Doris.
Yeah.
Thank you, and have a good day.
Thank you, and have a good day. Wait, at the tone. Wait a minute now. What? I'm sure.
Oh.
And I will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a good day.
See, now I can't even call her. I left her in good stead. See, can you?
I think it's working. Are you there?
Yeah, hello? Hello.
All right.
You got me?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but you just... You're just in the other...
That's right. We're just 10 feet away. Verizon works 10 feet away.
10 feet. Okay, well, hold it now. Let me see if I can't FaceTime you. You have FaceTime on yours?
I do.
Let's see. I'm going to call you.
There it is.
Is it coming through? Let's see.
The FaceTime didn't come.
Yeah.
Wait.
There you go.
There you are. Ah!
Can you see me?
I can see me.
Well, you got to push the button that says talk. You push.
Oh, accept.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
There you are.
You kids and your technology.
I tell you. There's Kenny. Hey, Kenny. How you doing?
I don't know where to wave. Hey.
That's all right. That's you right there.
How you doing?
All right, so look.
Stop it.
Okay, look, we're back in. All right, let's hang this up for a second here because I can't stand the echo. Let me see.
I'm working on it.
There you go. All right, so our phones work.
Barely.
So yeah, I just shut you off there. You're down for the count.
Thanks.
All right. Well, look. Anyway, if you're listening to me on the radio, we're on our live feed as well.
Yes.
On Facebook and on YouTube.
What is that? Gilbert Baez? What do I type in?
Just Gilbert Baez. I only have one page now, by the way. Okay. I might as well let folks know this. I had 77,000 followers on my WRAL page.
That's right.
That's gone. And we were trying to get the name off of it. It's all of a sudden they decided to just take it down. And so WRAL's gone, and most people will see my Gilbert Baez page and think I've resolved it. I haven't resolved it. They just took the page down. And so, you know what I've realized about that, because it's been going down for about a week. Out of the 77,000 followers I had, I haven't gotten one call from one person saying, "Hey, your page is down." So as I mentioned, my life isn't centered around Facebook.
I've got so many friends.
Yeah, no, it's not even about that. But it is a resource, and some people may just see Gilbert Baez and think that I've resolved it. But Facebook resolved it for me by finally just taking it down.
So did you lose all those followers?
Oh yeah, they're all gone. So I've got 11,000 followers on this page here, on my this page here. But you know what? There's an awful lot of emphasis placed on this. And the bottom line, if you really think about it, nobody cares what you're doing on these pages except you and maybe a few people or something like that.
It's a dopamine hit. Don't we know already by this time, Facebook, when you hit the little smiley face, your little dopamine in your head goes, whee!
Oh, does it?
Oh, yes. It's documented. Dopamine, the feel-good thing. When you hit the
Thanks for that clarification.
when you hit the angry button, or if you say something snarky, it's a rush. That's what Facebook is all about. Zuttenberg, I don't know if you knew this, but he invented this whole Facebook thing to ridicule ugly women on his campus.
Oh yeah. It was a college.
This is the thing, and he spread Facebook around all his buddies in the dorm, all his guy pals, and they would just rant and rail on these women. Yeah. And that was the beginning of Facebook. So we have to understand the intentions haven't gotten better. I mean, I love that we see, cats and puppies and, your family. I love seeing my friends with their families and things. That's what's the beauty. But when you have all this anger and all this stuff and you're hitting these little likes just to make you feel better, we got a problem.
All right. That's Dr. Kenny McClain analyzing the development of Facebook, but that's the case of social media if you think about it. If you really think about it, how many times the two of us are guilty of this? We've talked to Siri. We had conversations, at our homes with just something I've added. Hey, add ketchup to my list. Ketchup's added to your list.
That's right.
And now it talks back to me because if you notice that Alexa has 6 different new voices. And you could try them out, male and female. You pick the one that you like.
Okay.
And I had one that was kind of snarky. I didn't like that one. And I said, let me have voice number 2. Okay, well, this voice says so. I said, okay, that's a little bit better. And now it has conversations with you. Like if I say, add some lettuce to my list. All right, lettuce on the list. You're on the way to a real healthy salad.
She says all that.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Would you like some tomatoes? I said, I got tomatoes on the list. Oh, that's right. You do. You have tomatoes. But so I'm having this conversation. Doris comes down. Who you talking to? Hey, I'm not talking to anybody. I heard a woman's voice in here.
Hey, Siri, where are you?
Yeah, no.
I'm over here.
See? Look at you. Oh, you have one of those English voices.
Oh, no, Australian, please.
Australian, okay.
Her name is Julianne.
Oh, Kenny.
Hey, Siri, I love you.
I think you're pretty great, too.
There you go.
Okay.
You ready? Let's move on. We beat it to death. Verizon.
Okay.
Verizon just like shook me up.
That's okay. Verizon has nothing to do with your relationship with Siri. But in any event, all right, look, I've got some new stuff coming up here for you in just a few seconds here. Hey, but you know it's time right now, as long as we're piddling around, for the In My Heart this morning, 100 Days of Encouragement, Janet Gibson, with photography by Sidney Burnham. Hey, do you hear a buzz in your headphones, or is that just me?
That's you.
All right, well, we need to fix that.
Okay. I talked to the engineer, though.
Yeah,
he was here.
Is he going to replace this thing?
I don't know.
This is a Behringer. I mean, it ain't but $300. They need some money or something. I'll loan them the dollar. What's going on?
We got
here?
one thing accomplished, though. If you look over to your right.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You did that. What, Digger was in here?
Yeah, it took him all of 5 seconds.
Yeah,
we've been waiting for weeks and weeks, maybe months.
He did push the button?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, tell him to get the buzz out of my headphones.
Okay, I'll work on
All right,
that.
In My Heart, day 67. Sometimes we take leaps of faith, listening to our hearts first and our minds second. Now, maybe that might not be a good thing to do, but this is what she says. Visualizing better ways, happier times, boldly moving forward. Have you taken a leap of faith lately?
Yes.
Well, no, you haven't. If you took that long to figure it out, I don't know. What was your leap of faith?
I can't talk about it.
Okay. All right. Well, look, hey, I understand it. Did it play out well for you?
For about 2.5 months.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to get into it because you sound very
But that's so
serious
good,
about
though. Listening to our hearts first and our minds second.
Well, hold it now. If you're going to do it, and I couldn't get Trevor to do it. Go ahead and read it in your radio voice.
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I know, but I said, Trevor, come on. He said, no, I can't.
Sometimes we take leaps of faith, listening to our hearts first and our minds second, visualizing better ways, happier times, boldly moving forward. That's a leap of faith.
Boldly going where no man has gone before. It felt like Star Wars was getting ready to start.
That would be Star Trek.
I'm 70. I have these issues on occasion.
All right.
So, all right, well, thank you, Janet Gibson, not to be confused with Janet Jackson. You're listening to News Talk 640. Right now, it's, 6:29. We've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Today is going to be a chilly one. Cold air will filter in through the day with afternoon temperatures only in the low 40s, but it will feel like the 30s. Overnight, it will be clear and cold with a low of 21, and Friday will be mostly sunny and chilly with a high of 48. Temperatures will try to warm back up Saturday, but another cold front arrives Sunday, which will bring back cold air, a chance for rain, and possibly even snow. We'll, of course, keep you updated as the forecast develops. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Rachel, thank you. 39 is what I got. 39 Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also in Grays Creek. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.
Fayetteville's local news source. News Talk 640 WFNC. Say play WFNC wherever you get your audio.
My name is Ron Ross. I need your vote for County Commissioner. With over 50 years of service with the Boys and Girls Club, I will champion programs that support youth, strengthen families, and safe neighborhoods for all. I will support policies that encourage economic development and create good jobs, always putting people first. Vote Ron Ross for County Commissioner. Go to my website, ronrosscc.com. This ad was paid for by the committee who elect Ron Ross.
It's getting chilly in the Carolinas. If your heat isn't cutting it, don't wait. Call Bass Air Conditioning and Heating now. For a limited time, get a system check for just $59. Or check out our low monthly payment options and huge rebates on new HVAC systems. Free estimates, second opinions, and fast installs. From the team trusted for over 70 years. When you're cold or sweaty, call Bass. We're ready.
Bass Air Conditioning. We're your comfort guys.
When was
was the last time your CPA brought you a strategy that dramatically saved you taxes? This is Roger Harris, president of Whitehorse Financial. The two biggest robbers of wealth are debt and taxes. Our team of tax attorneys and tax planners help successful people legally pay less tax. If you have over $1 million in retirement accounts, or you're selling a business or real estate, we may be able to help. Call 910-339-2625 for a 15-minute discovery call, or visit whitehorse-financial.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? A man age 50 non-tobacco user can obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $110 per month, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. Call Term Busters for a quote, 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate for preferred non-tobacco rate class, exam required to qualify. For details, call 1-800-908-7636. Paid for by Robert Livinger, Insurance Agent.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now at 103.5 HD2. Your information crossroads, WFNC.
News Talk 640 WFNC. We're off to a great start this morning. I hope your day is off to a great start as well. It's going to be kind of chilly out there today, but that's okay. Hey, I've got some news for you I want to share with you before we go to Myron Pitts for our 640 replay. And we had a chance to talk with Myron yesterday, and always a great conversation when we get together. A couple of journalists just knocking it all together here. Starting off with, we'd already talked about the Verizon story, so hopefully you got your Verizon back. If not, turn your phone off and turn it back on. Maybe that'll work for you. A family of 3 is searching for a place to stay after a fire that gutted their home. We're told that the fire was reported about 6:30 Tuesday night at a mobile home on Lady Viola Street in Fayetteville. 2 adults, 1 child were able to escape the fire without injury. The American Red Cross providing some assistance to that displaced family. The cause of that fire still under investigation. The death of 28-year-old Tavon Adams on July 7th of this year is the WFNC Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week. Family members say the victim's latest child was born the day after he was murdered. We're told police were called to the 400 block of Slim Circle, which is a dead-end street near Whitfield Street and Camden Road. That's where officers found Adams with at least 2 gunshot wounds. Efforts to save him were unsuccessful, and he died at the scene. The family say a person threw rocks at the family's window to get Adams to come outside to check on the noise before he was shot. Family members say Adams was married and leaves behind 6 children, 3 girls and 3 boys. Anyone with information should contact Fayetteville Police. And again, you can leave anonymous tips by calling Crime Stoppers at 910-483-8477. And this is a story right here from the Fayetteville Observer. Rachel Riley wrote this story. It's about the visit of U.S. Department of Education Secretary Linda McMahon, and this story was written in the Fayetteville Observer yesterday, so you can read the whole story there. I'll just give you a synopsis of what she wrote. Amid efforts to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education, a move its leader says would restore education decisions to the state, Education Secretary Linda McMahon made a stop in Fayetteville this week on what's being called a history tour dubbed the History Rocks. McMahon visited Jack Britt High School on January 14th, which was yesterday. According to a news release, the tour is part of a nationwide initiative to celebrate the country's 250th birthday. It's being coordinated with America 250 Civics Education Coalition, a national partnership that includes the American First Policy Institute and Turning Point USA, a conservative grassroots activist network on high school and college campuses across the country. It was founded by slain conservative activist Charlie Kirk. After speaking at Jack Britt students, McMahon told reporters that Turning Point USA is part of the coalition that is helping to recognize civics is something that we need to teach everywhere in our country and love of our country. McMahon's visit drew some scrutiny from parents of Jack Britt High School students. During a public comments portion of the Cumberland County Board of Education that took place the day before the visit, parents complained that their children were told not to let their parents know about the Secretary of Education's visit. However, school leaders say that they were instructed not to release information about her visit until information was released from McMahon's office. Local school leaders pointed out that attendance to the event was optional for students. Again, this is Rachel Riley's story in the Fayetteville Observer. She wrote about eight or nine columns about this. Very in-depth reporting. Check out her story if you'd like to know more. All right, that's my local news right now. Let's check out local news from CBS 17.
Good morning. From the CBS 17 newsroom, I'm Bill Young. 70 people have died for the flu in our state in the past 2 weeks, 2 of them children. It brings the total this season to 134. Health officials say hospitalizations from the flu decreased, but overall activity remains very high. There is a meeting tonight in Cumberland County where parents can share their thoughts about the future of the school district all the way through the 2031 school year. It's from 6 to 7 at 71st High School. There's another next Wednesday at E.E. Smith High School. Today, Governor Stein will give an update on what is called the NC Strong Initiative. It focuses on education in the state. He'll also talk about plans to keep North Carolina families healthy and safe. Harnett County Schools receiving $20,000 as part of a grant to expand home building and construction programs. It is one of just 10 districts statewide to receive the money. The General Assembly authorized the grants to prepare students for these in-demand careers. U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon making a stop at Jack Britt High School in Hope Mills. It's part of a national tour called History Rocks. It highlights how districts engage students in learning about national and state history. It comes as the nation is getting ready to celebrate its 250th birthday this year. Successful quarterbacks translates into stock food pantries at campuses statewide. This is part of Food Lion's Sack to Give Back program. The chain donated the equivalent of 1,000 meals for each QB sack this season, up to 30,000 per district. In total, it adds up to 865,000 meals. From the CBS 17 newsroom, I'm Bill Young.
Today is going to be a chilly one. Cold air will filter in through the day with afternoon temperatures only in the low 40s, but it will feel like the 30s. Overnight, it will be clear and cold with a low of 21, and Friday will be mostly sunny and chilly with a high of 48. Temperatures will try to warm back up Saturday, but another cold front arrives Sunday, which will bring back cold air, a chance for rain, and possibly even snow. We'll, of course, keep you updated as the forecast develops. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much. We're still holding steady 39 degrees in Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and also in Grays Creek. You are listening to News Talk 640. We are WFNC.
This report is sponsored by Staples. 2026 is here, and at Staples, deals mean business. Get that back-to-business energy with up to $100 off custom print orders on business cards, flyers, signs, and more. Shop everything you need to fuel the momentum in-store and online. Staples, that was easy. Ends January 31st.
Fayetteville's first in news and information for 4 decades. News Talk 640 WFNC. Say play WFNC wherever you get your audio.
Ready to make your yard the envy of the neighborhood? Clicks Nursery is the one-stop garden shop. Family-owned and serving Cumberland and surrounding counties since 1985. Clicks Nursery offers everything needed to bring any outdoor vision to life. From vibrant annuals and perennials grown right in their greenhouses, to trees, shrubs, and all the essentials. Fertilizers, mulch, pine straw, pots, and more. Need advice? Their knowledgeable team provides tips and solutions for any garden challenge. Stop by today and discover why Clicks Nursery is known for quality, variety, and service that blooms year after year. Visit them in Fayetteville or online at clicksnursery.com. Clicks Nursery, where garden dreams take root.
Clicks Nursery is the WFNC Sweet Deal of the Week. Log on now to WFNC640am.com and click on the Sweet Deals logo to get $50 worth of Clicks Nursery for only $25. Half price savings on garden center essentials, plants, supplies, and more, just in time to make your holidays bloom. Clicks Nursery, the WFNC Sweet Deal of the Week.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COIN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COIN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COIN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now on 103.5 HD2.
News Talk 640 WFNC. Hey, I want to get right into this because my cousin Biscuit, Dr. Juanita Woodland up in Jersey, sent me a text. You know, her son went to Tiger Woods' birthday party. And I think they've opened a golf course or something up in the Philadelphia area. I need to get up there sometime and hit. I think it's like a 9-hole thing or a couple of 9 holes. Anyway, I'm going to try to get up there and see if I can't get there. But she sent me this thing about the Verizon outage is setting off some scam alerts, and people need to be aware of this. Oh. Attackers are pretending to be Verizon workers, likely increasing some outage scams during this outage period. These attempts can come in via text message, phone call, email, or even social media direct messages from attackers impersonating Verizon during the outage. Now, what the attackers are asking you to do is click and change your password for access. That will allow them to steal the access account and phone number information or pay and regain access. And they're also asking you to do things that will allow them to steal your money. So let your friends know. Do not respond to these things.
Right.
If you don't have phone service, you don't have it. I had one yesterday that was calling and telling me they're calling me about Social Security.
Oh.
And I've got an increase. This has nothing to do with the outage. I have an increase.
Right.
And did I get the letter? Well, I did get the letter. Because, you get a COLA increase.
Right.
But I said, no, I didn't get it. Well, that's why I'm calling you, because I need to alert you that you have an increase. Is that right? Yes. And so since you didn't get the letter, I need your information in order for me to make sure you get the increase. I said, okay, what I got to do? And he ended up calling me. What do you see on your screen? He said. I said, I see whatever. And he said, well, push the button that says accept. That was accepting a FaceTime with this person. I said, I pushed it. Well, push it again. I didn't push it, but I said, I pushed it. And so he called back, and it just kept going on and on until you realized I was onto the fact that it was a scam. Do not push any buttons on your phone unless you know why you're doing it. And it is amazing. Even there are people who tell me that they get you to just say yes, and they're able to take your yes in your voice and apply for credit somewhere else. So artificial intelligence, maybe it's probably a good thing we didn't have any phone service yesterday. Think how many people's scams were saved of some of these scams because you couldn't call anybody.
True, but now we have to face them today. So if you
Yeah.
get something from Verizon, text, phone, whatever, think about it.
Well, I was going to
Just
go to
think.
Verizon yesterday because my bill wasn't what I thought it was supposed to be. It's coming up, due on the 23rd, and it's more than I was supposed to pay. And I said, I'm going to go to Verizon to check it out. When I found out about the outage, I said, the line's going to be out the door. Why would I go? And that's what the case was. There were a lot of people at Verizon, and I guess the folks at those places really couldn't do anything. If it's an outage for the network, it's an outage for the network. But look, I'm talking way too much, and it's time now for us to talk to Myron Pitts. We had him come in. He comes in every other Wednesday or whatever day it is, whatever day it is, and it's always a pleasure to talk to my colleague. Myron Pitts. Myron Pitts. How are you, sir?
Like all those concepts. Yeah. Doing all right.
I've got you on screen right now. This is a podcast as well as a broadcast. And when you go to the Facebook page or my YouTube page, you will see you. And then you say, hey, that must be the one where I'm doing my thing. So I always started off that way.
All right.
How you doing, man? We were just talking about New Year's.
Yeah, pretty good. Talking about New Year's, So one question I have for you and for other people, specifically for you, how late do you feel that someone can say Happy New Year? How late into the year? Because I know there are some people who believe that if they haven't seen you that year, even if it's months into the year, they can still say, y'all can still exchange Happy New Year.
That was the first thing you said to me when you came in, so I guess I have to go along with the roll with the dice here.
We're mid-month now, yeah.
No, I figure you can say Happy New Year's as much as you feel like you. If you haven't seen the person, this is your first time you've seen him for this year. But I think by January, let's move on to something else.
Well,
That's my
I think I got one as late as, I want to say June one time. So I hadn't seen
Did you really?
Happy New Year in June. So, yeah,
and
that's a little late.
Yeah. Well, what does that say about your relationship with that person, I guess, is really what it says.
That's a whole other story right there. Yeah.
Well, Myron is the opinion editor for the Fayetteville Observer.
Mm-hmm.
And let's take a look back last year at some of the things that were big deal for you.
Yeah.
In terms of stories, what stands out?
Okay. Well, let's see. There's a lot going on last year. One thing I wrote about a lot, and we've talked about here on the air, is the Crown Event Center cancellation. That was certainly one of the big stories of last year, because I think with the planning that went into it, and we all know the history of the entertainment options here in Fayetteville and Cumberland County. It's just been a challenge for us, and I thought that was kind of in line with some of the past challenges, that center being canceled by the commissioners. The other thing, of course, on a very positive note, was the completion of 295. I remember when that project was first proposed, it sounded huge, but I also felt from the start that Fayetteville, which has had its issues with the DOT, the state DOT, there's a long history there as well. No need to go into it. In this case, though, it was a very good partnership between Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, the county, the DOT, and I think it's 39-mile loop around the city. Took 23 years. I think a friend of my acquaintance of mine remarked, we were able to put a man on the moon sooner than that.
Yeah. but look, have you driven the whole thing yet?
I have driven the whole thing. I did like a little a TikTok video. I drove the whole thing, sped it up, so you got a quick glimpse of all the exits on it. And I tell you, Gilbert, it is going to be a very useful road, and it's one of those road projects. A lot of times, by the time a road project, a major one, gets finished, there's already a need for more road. So, but I think this is one of those cases where it's actually a little bit ahead of Fayetteville growth, and that's where you want to be, because Fayetteville growth not only is going to catch up to it naturally, but also the loop itself is going to drive growth.
Well, I think the sidebar of this is that all those exits now have the potential for development.
Correct.
In terms of gas stations. There'll be another sheet, another 7-Eleven, or
That's
whatever
right.
it might be.
And you already see it happening, because it really does hit the busiest thoroughfares. All the busy thoroughfares in Fayetteville, from Cliffdale Road, Ramsey Street, Rayford Road. It hits them all, and it loops around to. In the East Fayetteville, loops around to I-95 itself. So it's also a very quick. And what was important to Fort Bragg people is that it's a safe way to move, certain equipment, convoys, and so forth, rather than have to drive through the city.
Well, but look, that was part of the deal that was proposed on why we needed it.
That's right. That's
right. It was a security thing.
And Fort Bragg did donate land for it too as well.
You had 9/11. You had all these issues that Fort Bragg was dealing with, Afghanistan, and we needed to get equipment around. And so the state DOT and even federal government said, let's get this done so that the soldiers from Fort Bragg and their equipment can move very quickly from post and get on 95 and get to 40.
It's a security issue. It's one that's been talked about since 9/11. So the road is a great project. I guess one other story I would bring in, of course, is we had municipal elections, Fayetteville City Council, and a lot, as they say, a lot of things stayed the same, but a lot of things changed. And so we do have a different looking council now in some respects. Of course, Mayor Colvin won, so that's one of the things that stayed the same. But it'll be interesting. This council is already tackling some pretty major issues, which I've written about in my last series of columns. So we move forward, and of course this year we got commissioner races and school board as well as the midterms, which is second only to the Super Bowl presidential year. Right?
And we've got the 10 people or 11 people running for county commissioner.
Good to see.
Yeah,
good to see.
We've got 5 or 6 at large, and then some for District 1 as well. And
that's right.
Interviewing some of those folks. I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, the Observer has. Yeah, we have pieces about all the commissioners that are running. Those are actually partisan races. By the party. So we did the Republicans yesterday. We got the Democrats up there today. I like to see a good crowded field because people like to have choices. One of the worst outcomes of the heavy gerrymandering that they do at the state level, where they basically draw districts. So either one party wins, whether it's the majority party or the minority party. None of the districts really turn out to be competitive. So it's great to see a good competitive race where people feel like my voice will make a difference.
Well, that's been going on for some time. It doesn't matter who's in power.
That's
Whoever's in power is going to try and draw the lines to make sure it favors them in the next election.
Right.
And it's not illegal. It's just...
It's not illegal. The one difference, though, I've heard people say versions of that is... It's always been done. You can do it in much more extreme fashion than you used to. And I think there's a temptation, whether it's the Republicans here or the Democrats in Maryland or, Republicans in Texas or Democrats in California, the majority party can really just almost extinguish the minority party, just using these computer-drawn districts that load, and what it does, and I mentioned that, it makes non-competitive districts even in the minority party, because what happens is majority party draws districts that they feel they can't lose, but because they can't completely draw the other party out completely of existence, they have a couple districts or 2 or 3 districts that the minority party can't lose. So it becomes, you have a lot of non-competitive districts. But I think the trend with that is there's a trend against that. Even though it doesn't seem like that now, I think the public is really speaking with a voice that they don't really like that. And the surest example you can see is voter registrations here in North Carolina.
All right, and you're on screen here. I like that little director's point that you had. You say, hey, go, time to go. We do our 640 replay every day, and it's features someone either the day before or whatever it might be. Myron Pitts stopped in, and we could talk for hours, about stuff.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, most people say they like to have an hour when they come in here. You're not going to get an hour. We're going to give you what we can give you.
Well, this actually is, I looked at it, it's about 18 minutes of you and Myron.
Sure.
On the podcast Pepper. So you just go to WFNC.
And you can check out the whole thing.
Right.
And you can go to my Facebook page or YouTube page, and you can see it, because we actually have the dialogue back and forth Yesterday, while that was going on, the microphone on that interview cut out. You weren't here because you're not here on Wednesday, but it cut out. And because he was in here, you hear a little bit more ambient sound from his mic as opposed to the direct sound that you hear when I have everything hooked up right. So in any event, all right. Hey, look, we've got some good guests coming up here beginning next hour, starting off with the mayor and some folks from Methodist University. All that's coming your way. But first, we've got local weather from CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Today is going to be a chilly one. Cold air will filter in through the day with afternoon temperatures only in the low 40s, but it will feel like the 30s. Overnight, it will be clear and cold with a low of 21, and Friday will be mostly sunny and chilly with a high of 48. Temperatures will try to warm back up Saturday, but another cold front arrives Sunday, which will bring back cold air, a chance for rain, and possibly even snow. We'll, of course, keep you updated as the forecast develops. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Hey, the temperature's on the way down, Kenny. 36 right now. It was 39 a few minutes ago. 36 in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also in Dunn. You're listening to News Talk 640 with WFNC.
This report is sponsored by O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream.
That number on your dash says it's freezing, and your dry winter hands, they agree. O'Keefe's Working Hands, the hand cream in the green package, instantly relieves dry, cracked skin. Winter's tough, but your hands don't have to be. O'Keefe's Working Hands.
Fayetteville, meet Dirty Myrtle Wing Company. Bring the whole family for a fun, flavorful experience. In a family-friendly environment where the wings are hot, service is top-notch, and the vibe is always welcoming. Dirty Myrtle Wing Company. Enjoy Dirty Myrtle Wing Company's weekly lunch specials, catering menus, and graduation platters. Guaranteed crowd pleasers. Now serving beer and cocktails.